Howdy, howdy, and welcome to Food Friday. We're making biscuits from scratch. Yes. This will be fun. I made these last Friday. We're gonna make them right now. I'm gonna go get my stick of butter. Give me just a second. And actually, I'm only doing half a stick of butter because I'm gonna do a half recipe. I found out last week a full recipe is just a little bit too much. So, half a stick of butter. All right, now I keep putting my hair back. Doesn't look good back. I have my flour. I have essentially my recipe. So, recipe is for drop biscuits. It is half a stick of butter. Apparently the colder the better. I'm just taking mine out of the fridge. It says to cube it up and put it in the freezer. I'm not doing that. Didn't do it last time. It came out fine. So for half recipe, it's half a stick of butter, a cup and a half of AP flour plus 1 tablespoon, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, half a tablespoon baking powder, half a teaspoon white sugar, 3/8 teaspoon salt, 3/4 cup milk, and half a tablespoon white vinegar. So we're gonna go ahead and do the milk and the vinegar first. I'm fully aware that I say vinegar weird. So I got my milk here. And like I did last week, this comes from my laundry room. Distilled white vinegar. I trust myself. I just need a half of one of these. Looks like a half. It's fine. Ooh, so much vinegar. Okay. Sorry if you see my trash in the background. It is trash day tomorrow morning. Well, other than my hair going in, all right. I put the distilled vinegar in the milk, just gonna stir it about, gonna set it aside. You're done with that part. So now, essentially, you're supposed to take your stick of butter and you're supposed to put it with the smaller amount of flour. I just put it in everything. It's fine, it's fine. Hope that wasn't paper that fell in. That'd be really awkward for the boyfriend in the morning. Again, the kitchen's already warm. I have the oven preheating to 425. I just cut up this butter real quick, just to make it a little easier. Yes, it is Thursday night. I hope you guys have had a good week. I'm off tomorrow, but I wanted to go ahead and get this biscuit recipe out for you guys in case you wanted to make it in the morning. All right, I have the butter cut up, and I am going to go ahead and tilt this down so you guys can see the magic, and I will talk as I'm doing it. And please forgive the scrubs. Oh no. Sorry. I have lost my my little stand, so I'm using my boyfriend's. I hope he doesn't find out. Okay. Here's the flour, here's the butter I just cut up. So it says you're going to put the butter in the flour. Now do keep in mind you can make this your own at the end, or when it starts stiffening up. You can always add cheese, chives, whatever. I don't know, if you want to do cinnamon sugar ones, go for it. So essentially you're supposed to break up the butter into the flour until it's really rather small. You don't want like big chunks because your biscuits will be weird. And by weird, I mean probably still totally delicious. And that's right, we are using butter instead of Crisco or oil or anything. This is like, you typically have butter on hand, or I typically try to have butter on hand. Butter on hand and milk. Now, I'm not one of these disaster people that as soon as something happens, I have to go buy all the milk. I'm not that person. But we're looking for like something that's on the small side. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, like that. You guys see it? That's kind of the size I like. So you will get like flattened pieces and stuff, but as you roll the butter through, it'll ball up. It's fine. So I'll just do this for a little bit. I'll try to put the recipe in the comment section. That way you guys can try it, or I might try to edit in the ingredients into the video. I don't know yet. Alright. So I think that's good for me. Like, you still, oh no, that's a big piece of butter. Oh wait, no it's not. Okay. So all the butters, all the good things in there. Now, what I typically would do is mess up my entire kitchen. You don't have to. You can wash your hands right here if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to add all of my dry ingredients. So I'm going to add my baking soda, my baking powder, and yeah, I'm a very messy cook, so it's kind of like just throw things in. I have my sugar and salt in here. And is that all the dry? So I'm just gonna mix this in with hand until it's well mixed. This kind of gives you an idea of what's in here too, like butter wise. Like there's some chunks that I feel like are big, and then I pick them up and they're not that bad. As long as there's a lot, I think that's the goal. Again, a lot of recipes that I found said that you have to like freeze them and get the butter as cold as possible. You really don't. You just kind of want to not have it melt whilst it's right here. Okay. So to the side here, we have our milk with the vinegar in it. And it's thickened up a little bit. I don't know if you can even tell. This is whole milk, by the way. Like I can feel the drag in it now. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can feel it. I'm just going to find me a spoon. I'm going to use this spoon. It's like a cake batter spoon. I'm going to get it completely dirty and nonsense. But I'm just going to go ahead and put the milk and the vinegar in. And I'm going to stir this until I think it's right. Hopefully my measurements were fine. I will, I'll post the full recipe down in the thing. So fun fact about me, when my mom makes biscuits at home, if I can catch her, I steal a piece of dough and I just eat it. It's her leftover dough. Cause she'll make circular biscuits and they are delicious. I don't think I've had my dad's biscuits in forever, so we're gonna have to experiment. Have like a family bake-off, essentially. All right, so for me, the biscuits are done. Everything's incorporated. I mean, it's gonna be sticky, but that's okay. Again, I like to eat this. Don't do that. I do not recommend that. I'm just an oddball. I think I already have people asking for me to play Fall Guys tonight. It's awesome. All right, I'm gonna stick this over here. Do I have flour on me? I hope not. All right. So I'm gonna stick that to the side. I have flour everywhere. Don't mind me with the flour hands, the flour everywheres. All right, so I have my pan here and it's drop biscuits. So make them however big you want them. So there's one biscuit for me. You can make them a little bigger if you want. The ones I made the other day were super, super huge. These will be smaller, I guess. Should have used a bigger pan. I think this will be okay. It'll be fine. Now, pretty much how you shape them and have them on here is how they're gonna be when they're done. So keep that in mind as well. Some people want to roll theirs out or flatten them onto a sheet or something, and that's perfectly fine. Again, this is just like a time saver thing. You could actually put all your dry ingredients in a like in a baggie and just drop it, like add the ingredients that you think you will need, or that you will need, like half a cup of milk or whatever, write it on the bag. So if you just want to wake up in the morning, easy breakfast on the go, you have it now. Like, you mix it, you bake it for 20-25 minutes until the tops are like nice and awesome. I know, I am all up in the stove right here. No sense wasting. I'm not wasting it. Oh man, I could have got a whole nother biscuit out of that. That's okay. Where are we gonna put it? We're gonna put some right here. And a little bit right here. It's kind of like doing cookies, except gluten, as you can tell. Gluten everywhere. I love it. Again, like I said, these biscuits are awesome. They don't take long to form. I got some weird shapes going on here. They kind of look like mashed potatoes up in there. Off the fingers. All right. The more I touch it, the more it sticks to me. All right, in the oven they go. Easy, right? Now I just have to look at the time. So for me, it's 10:54 at night, Thursday night. So go ahead and say it's 10:55. So 25 minutes from now, we're going to essentially pull the biscuits out. I'm going to check them periodically. I do recommend keeping an eye on them. You're looking for like a golden brown, and that'll make them nice and decadent on the inside. Now the big biscuits take closer to the 25-minute mark, if not a little longer. You really don't even need a timer unless you just lose track of time. I really want to eat that off the spatula. I'm not going to do that. I may have already partaken in the cleaning of the hands. So there's nothing to do now except make other things, right? So I've had my eggs out for a little bit. A warm egg is a good egg. There's only 5. Me and my boyfriend both prefer brown eggs. Don't know why. It's just a thing. And I have my flour cupboard now. Little egg cooker. I got this for Christmas from my mom. She loves hers. I love mine. If you're making hard-boiled eggs, this is the way to go. It really is. It has a button on the front. That's all you really, really need to know. But it's really cool. It has this in the bottom, which you will keep in the bottom because you don't want to set anything directly on this part because this part's going to have water on it. So hard-boiled eggs would come in here. And of course, there's a little pamphlet that comes with it. I'm going to make eggs in here. It's going to essentially steam the egg, which I'm going to go ahead and do because I'm going to have to do a couple because I am prepping for breakfast tomorrow. I really hate that I don't have a tomato because nothing better on an egg sandwich than tomato and mayo. If it's fresh, it doesn't need anything, but if you're taking it elsewhere, it kind of does. It does for me. If I go to Hardee's and stuff, that's what I use. So we're gonna do, let's see, what should we do? We can do so many things with this. Well, first off, I'm gonna use a mug to mix my eggs just because I don't want them to get everywhere. So let's see what we can do here. I gotta keep squatted. Can't go up any higher on the cabinets. Okay. So I guess I can tilt you down for this part too. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy's happening here. Just gonna do that. There's one egg. And I'm gonna try one egg. I typically do this with 2, but I'm just gonna do 1 for right now. Hold on. Oh, I was doing something in there, wasn't I? I'm just gonna use a fork. I know there's not a good light. It's loud, isn't it? Sorry. I just recently figured out how to mess with the sound settings with Lightworks, so I will try to fix that. Alright, so for me, I'm going to do salt and pepper. And, of course, I told you before, I like using Italian seasoning for just about everything, so that's what I'm going to do for this as well. It's probably going to use the rest of it. I mean, for 2 eggs, I would use the rest of that. So just a little bit of pepper. You just season it how you want. I used to grate cheese. Grate cheese. And put in here as well. Don't have to. Okay. Do I even have cheese for that? Okay. I don't. So my mystery bag of cheese is some form of Mexican style cheese. I don't remember what we call it. We got it at Aldi. It had a sale, so we got it. So that's what this is. So I'm going to take a pinch of this and throw it in there. I'm also going to take a pinch of this cheese and put it in there. You don't need a lot. This is not a cheese that likes to melt, but you know, I like to be fancy. So we're gonna mix all that up, preferably without busting your eardrums out. All right, so I will be right back. Sorry guys, that was about like 5 minutes of my time. My camera phone got foo. Camera phone. All phones have cameras now. So in the meantime, I fetched this. My eggs are mixed. There's a thing over here, poached omelet. We're going for that line in the middle. We're gonna stick that in the bottom. That's what's gonna help it steam. You also need some cooking spray or oil or butter or something, and you're gonna have to grease this. I'm not sure what I greased more, my hand or the bowl. So, get off my hands a little bit. Pull this back over here. I will need these items more and more. All right, so I have this mixed. It's only one egg. We're gonna see how it does. Okay. You put the top on it that has the little steamy thing. Hit the button and you leave it. When the button goes off, the egg is done. I think you are legitimately supposed to do this with 2, but it'll be okay. And we have about 5 minutes until our stuff is done. So, our biscuits. So I'm gonna go check on those real quick. Stepping over the dog. All right, they're starting to get dark on the bottoms. This is the coolest thing ever, in case you didn't know. Am I short again? You're under the cabinets. So, this is just the waiting game. Waiting on this to get done, waiting on that to get done. I will be back in about 5 minutes. And we're back. It's been about 5 minutes. My eggs just finished in this little thing, which means I need to take the lid off. You would ideally wait until it cools off more. I'm on the verge of burning myself. All right, so I've never done one egg in this. Never. Isn't that the weirdest thing ever? It was poofed up to about here. I took the thing off of it and look at it. It shrank so little. Now it looks like a little egg turd. But I love it anyway, it's fine. We're gonna check on other things happening in the kitchen. Like coming over to here. We're waiting on the eye to get hot. If I can, there we go. Ignore the trash, it's fine, it's fine. So I do have my eggs in here. I didn't mix them up too much. I just did salt and pepper. This is how I'm gonna have mine done tonight. I'm using 2 that'll cover 2 biscuits. Whereas I did 1 egg in the little egg cooker and it's big enough for 1. It's so cute. Alright. Steamed egg versus fried egg. We'll see what happens. I need to check on my biscuits though. They should be done. Oh yeah. Don't want to forget about those suckers. They're going to continue to darken as we sit here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Turn that off. Biscuits. Brown. Little brown, little coloration on the top. I use non-stick stuff when I bake. Makes life easier. They'll bring you over here to them. Don't they look delicious? Where is it? There they are. Look at those biscuits. Aren't they just great? I don't know why I just knocked on them. Don't knock on me for that. So apparently... Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. The biscuits are done. So I'm just waiting on this. I'm going to fry it up somehow. It's my handy dandy spatula. Again, don't look at the trash in the background. I'm going to stand right here. I'm wearing scrubs, so we're good. Oh, look at that. I've never let eggs sit that long. I mean, I kind of want them like cooked in a weird way. And a part of me doesn't want them cooked in a weird way. Is that a hair? That's a hair. That's alright. What can you expect when you have dogs, you know? And that's pretty much it. I mean, these, I didn't get the seasoning spread about like I would like. But there's essentially 1 biscuit and another biscuit. Oh yeah, they're fine. And they're done. Now you just kind of have to wait for it to... I don't know why they're sticking. I sprayed the pan. Ah, there we are. Now I can stand up tall. So I'm gonna make a sandwich now, essentially. Has my little plate. I'll stick a little biscuit on here. We're gonna build it, essentially. So I'm gonna bring you back down. And bring you back up. And down you go. Alright, so that's a dirty fork that I was going to use. But let's not do that. Let's use a good fork. Oh, this is a nice crunch on the outside. Alright, there's my biscuit in the middle. It's done. Just stick that right on there. Look how perfect that fit. I'll say I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes, on occasion, maybe. I do have to wait for everything to cool down before I can actually do anything. These biscuits will fall apart on you a little bit. That's just mostly how I made them. Let's get another one. Another one. Look at that. My favorite part of the biscuit is always Always, always. Oh, that didn't work. That's okay. You don't have to be perfect at getting the biscuits and stuff out too. Maybe I'll just flip this one over. That doesn't look pretty. We'll just do this. It's fine. It's fine. Just smash it on top. And there's my super awkward biscuits. This one, steamed egg. This one, oh, that's a biscuit. My fried egg. I'm gonna be able to enjoy these two, but I do have to make a couple more eggs. I have 2 more eggs to make. I'm gonna make them individually in here because I think they're perfect for this. And I'm just gonna salt and pepper them, and he'll have like a little surprise with the fried one. And I'll let him pick whatever biscuits he wants, but I have to do it now, and I have to get them to cool off. And I hope you guys have some delicious egg biscuits. Hopefully you can open them better than I did. But hey, homemade biscuits from scratch. Sorry the video was so long, but you can't just stand around and be like, ooh, biscuits. Gotta put something on them. But yeah, go make some biscuits. Let me know how they turned out. This is all imperial measurements. I didn't do the other, but definitely like, subscribe, and hit the little ding-a-ling button down at the bottom, and let me know how you did. I'll see you on the next Friday with food.